When I was first playing Stardew Valley and I met Clint, I thought he was kind of this shy guy who was maybe a little bit socially awkward. You get to know him and he kind of has this major crush on Emily, but I kind of thought it was like this socially awkward, shy guy who really likes his best friend, but is worried that if he talks to her about it, it's going to ruin the friendship, so he just kind of like keeps all of his emotions bottled up. I then became more aware of the online Stardew community and realized that most people really don't like Clint. Kind of think he's a bit of a creepazoid, kind of avoid him at all costs, only go to see him to upgrade your tools and get your geodes processed, and anything else like, let's not have anything to do with Clint until we need to get his friendship for perfection. So I thought it would be fun to do a bit of an expose on what is Clint and Emily's relationship. What is the inner workings? Does Emily think Clint is a creep? Is she a little bit freaked out by him? Are they friends? Is Clint a weirdo? Or is he just a normal guy who's been really misunderstood by the majority of the Stardew Valley community? So the beginning of this video, I'm going to go through and I'm going to go to all of the festivals and just kind of see like baseline, what is Clint and Emily's relationship right now? The farmer gets to the valley, you have no interactions with them prior to it. What would their relationship be if you are not involved at all? I am going to be using the CJB cheat menu because I don't want to take 5 real life years to do this video. So we're going to be using cheats, we're going to be using glitches. You'll probably notice that it's the 4th of spring and I have a return scepter in my inventory, and I also started with $3 million. This is year 1. So yes, we are using cheats, we are using glitches, we are using exploits, and we're going to explore this relationship together. I hope you will join me. First place we're going to start is the Egg Festival. So let's chat with Clint. We have not talked to him at all yet. Is there any more food? I hope everyone's enjoying the food I've been cooking for days to get everything ready. That's Gus. Gus is a sweetheart. I love Gus. Okay, so Clint is just looking for more food. Alright, Emily, how are you doing? I've been up since dawn coloring eggs. It's always my favorite part of the season. Aw, Emily. I don't actually really know very much about Emily, so I'm excited to get to know her more through this as well. Okay, so far, first festival, not really anything to write home about. They're both just kind of people living their separate lives. You know in The Sims, when you'd use the cheat code motherload? I feel like that's what I've done right now. I've never used the CJB cheat mod before, so it is kind of fun getting to figure that all out. I'm pretty sure Emily goes to the Desert Festival every day. I'm not sure if Clint does or when he does. Let's chat with Sandy as well, because I feel like if Emily thought that Clint was a little bit of a weirdo, her best friend would probably know about it. This is probably the busiest time of year for me. It's nice to be able to see everyone. Fair enough. I feel like Sandy's probably really lonely. Which, I'm glad that Sandy's a marriageable candidate, because I think that's going to be really sweet. I mean, I'm also glad that Clint is a marriageable candidate, but I know that's kind of a bit of a hot button issue lately. Not that I'm saying I wouldn't have loved to have Gus be a marriageable candidate, or Willie be a marriageable candidate. Like, I feel like there was a lot of options. But I think Clint is a good, viable option. Well, there's Emily right there. She's running her shop today. Have I told you Haley and I are sisters? Strange, isn't it? It is strange. They don't really look like sisters. Clint will come tomorrow, I believe, to the Desert Festival. Oh, you can change Sandy's sign. That's pretty funny. Or, I guess that's Pam's sign. So it looks like Clint comes over here and just kind of like hangs out near Emily and Sandy. I'm sensing that your fashion doesn't quite match your inner feeling. Just step in the box and we'll fix you up. Not that I think this actually, like, will do anything for our friendship, but... Okay, before we continue, let me visualize your aura to see what kind of style will make you happiest. Not gonna lie, I feel like Emily's a little bit kooky. Which is maybe why Clint, who's such like a down-to-earth, like salt-of-the-earth, grounded kind of guy, doesn't think that somebody who is so like head in the clouds as Emily would be interested in him. Okay, I've got it. Coming in, so don't be alarmed. Yes, I can feel it. Your inner self and outer self are now in perfect alignment. I can't wait for you to see the new you. Oh boy, how do I get out of here? You're looking great. Come back another day and we'll put together a fresh new look for you. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't love it. Alright, Clint, what's up? Hey Eddie, to tell you the truth, I don't really like festivals. But I'd feel even worse if I stayed at home, knowing that everyone else was out here having fun. You know, fair enough. And to be fair, like, maybe in that everyone else, the real thing he's trying to communicate is, like, knowing that Emily is out here having fun. But also, he's just like, he's shy. He doesn't want to be around people. But he puts himself in a position to be around people, even though it makes him uncomfortable. So far, objectively speaking, Clint just kind of seems like a gem. Like a shy little gem that you need to dig out of the earth. Let's see. Maybe he turns into a real creepazoid later on. Day 3 of the Desert Festival. I'm sensing that your fashion doesn't quite match your inner feelings. So I'm guessing Emily is just like gonna say the same thing because her whole shtick at this festival is that she gives you different outfits. Clint only comes on the one day. Alright, so really not much happens here. We just find out that Clint is shy, doesn't really like to go out, doesn't really like to be around people, but he will because he knows that it's good for him. The flower dance. Alright, Emily, what you got for me? Ooh, I'm stuffed. Hey, have you tried the red jelly yet? And Clint, I wonder if Emily would dance with me. I don't know, Clint. I don't know. Why don't you ask her? Alright, so the first flower dance, Emily's been eaten. Clint is wondering if she would dance with him. So if you do nothing, Emily dances with Shane. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense. Shane spends a lot of time in the bar. Emily spends a lot of time in the bar. They probably have some sort of functional relationship or friendship. And we see Clint standing up in the corner there. What would probably be kind of creepy is if he was standing where Jody is. I feel like that would be a little creepy. Of course, I'm going to adopt the cat, even if this playthrough is just a silly little expose on a relationship. We can't just not adopt the cat. I'm going to name him Royce. One of my favorite book series has a character named Royce who I feel like would be quite cat-like. Alright, that's it for the spring. I mean, Emily's birthday is on the 27th, but we're going to hold off on befriending her until we've fully befriended Clint. Because there are certain cutscenes that if you have hearts with Emily, you won't get them from Clint. Currently no hearts with anybody. Alright, we are going to move on to fall. Nope, we're going to move on to summer. I feel a little bit like Clint is a marriageable candidate. When you're like teens, early 20s is like, not really, doesn't really like appeal to you. He's like maybe a little bit overweight, maybe a little bit less attractive, maybe doesn't have so much of a personality as what you might like. But then you get into like your 30s and you're like, this man has his own business. This man owns property. Maybe this man is a viable option for marriage. And yeah, he's not as like cool or edgy or stuck in high school as some of the other bachelors, but maybe this man would look after you really, really well. There's my man with the food again. I'm full, but what else is there to do besides eat? You know what? Man makes a good point. What else is there to do besides eat? So maybe go and dance with this fine bachelorette who is just out here grooving by herself. She's unresponsive. See, I feel like if Clint was really just as creepy and weird and unviable and unlovable of a human being as people present him, he should be like standing over here watching Emily dance because he's such a weird, creepy dude. But he's not. He's just over enjoying the food. Well, that's the luau. Alright, here's Emily. Emily and Clint standing near each other. Let's talk to Clint first. I wore my special shoes tonight. No one noticed. Aw, Clint. So sad. Look out there at the endless sea. Deep underwater, all kinds of life forms are moving around in the dark. That is true. Eerie, isn't it? Not really much about either of them. Oh, he moves. He moved! He moved closer to her. Oh no, he moved away. Alright, well, that is summer. The summer festivals. Let's go on to the fall. The Stardew Valley Fair. I will not be winning this year. Alright, here's Emily with the clown. You know, I would have made a pretty good clown. I think I missed my calling. You still could. You still could be a clown. Howdy, Clint. I complain about my job sometimes, but I do take pride in my work. Good for you, Clint. Being a blacksmith, honestly, is one of the coolest professions in my mind. I feel like only the Stardew Valley community could take one of the coolest professions and hate on the man so much because he's misunderstood. These are some of my finest pieces. I hope you like them. Well, thank you for sharing your work with me. I know it can be hard when you have social anxiety to share your work with other people and lay it all out on the table for everybody to see and potentially criticize. But you, Clint, you're doing it. Good job, my man. So far, really, the only thing that has been brought up between the two of them is Clint wondered if Emily would dance with him at the festival. And aside from that, they've been like pretty separate. They've been near each other at a lot of events, but not necessarily like talking with each other. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to try to find Emily. Where the heck is she? Oh, she's there. Okay, I thought she'd be in the maze. One of my iridium-infused maces would make quick work of these things. He seems to take pride in his work. Maybe enjoy his job. Although, maybe not. We'll find out, I suppose. Do you like the jack-o'-lanterns? I carved them myself. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Pretty nice. Kind of separate from each other. Not much happens at this festival. This, I think, is where we get the first clue into what Clint and Emily's relationship is actually like. Because here they are, together with a snowman. Emily started helping me without any provocation. Does that mean something? Whoop. Alright, Emily, what do you have to say for yourself? Wow, this snowman needs a makeover. Who made this? So Clint is out here like, oh, Emily, she came over to help me. And Emily is like, this snowman sucks. But, also, if you think somebody is so creepy that you don't want anything to do with them, you would not approach them to help them with the snowman. So I think Emily and Clint are actually, like, we see here, they're friends with each other. They know each other. They hang out together. Emily is helping him with his snowman. It's cute. It's honestly really cute. I would also just like to point out, Emily approached Clint. It wasn't like she was making a snowman and Clint came up to her. Clint was making something, and Emily approached him. Okay, we have one more festival, and then we will move on to phase 2 of our exploration. Okay, Emily, let's chat. Yeti, what are you hoping to find under the spirit tree? A jug of spiced mead. Ooh, that sounds nice. Make sure you give me a taste. Sigh. All these happy families, but for me, just another lonely year. Aw, poor guy. He's so lonely. He's so sad. Well, that is the last festival of the season. Concluding thoughts, as far as, like, baseline relationship between Clint and Emily from the first year, going through all the festivals, seeing their dialogues with each other. They actually hardly talk about each other at all. They kind of wind up near each other quite a bit, so, like, maybe there's something to that. Clint brings up Emily. Emily helps Clint with the snowman, so there is definitely a bit of back and forth, a reciprocal relationship, if you will. That's funny. It's snowing in the spring. That's really funny. Alright, it's time for phase 2. What is phase 2? Phase 2 is befriending Clint. We're gonna see what his dialogue is right now. He doesn't know us from Adam. We're this non-entity. We're gonna get to know him. We're gonna give him some Stardew teas. We're gonna chat with him. We're gonna get to know him through year 1 and see who is Clint. Our first conversation outside of a festival with Clint. If you want me to upgrade your tools, you'll have to give me the correct ore. Okay, helpful information. Good to know. If I was a brand new Stardew Valley player who had never played before, it'd be really good to know that there's ores that go with specific upgrades for tools. And you'll have to pay me a fee, of course. Also helpful information to know. I'm gonna come back and chat with him a few times before giving him a gift, just to kinda see if there's other dialogue options. Hey, what do you need? I guess it could be read, hey, what do you need? If you wanted to. Fair enough. You're in his shop. What are you looking for? It's the 3rd day. You haven't even been in the mines yet. Business has been slow lately. You should upgrade your tools. I could use the cash. Now you could see this is kind of like a playful banter, or you could see this as like money grubbing. Whichever way you want. The weather doesn't really matter to me. I typically stay near my shop year round. So he's kind of a recluse, kind of likes to keep to himself, kind of a shy guy. Depressing, huh? Maybe a little bit depressed, yeah. Sometimes I wonder how I ended up in this town. Sometimes I wonder how I ended up in this town, too. Don't you have work to do? Okay, that's a little bit harsh and a little bit rude. But to be fair, I have done nothing but go to festivals and come to this guy's shop and bother him without buying anything. So that would probably be pretty annoying. Yep, I'm a blacksmith. My father was also a blacksmith. My grandfather was a blacksmith as well. I think this is one of the dialogues that people get a little bit irked at Clint about, because he's a little bit, like, gruff here. I bet you can't guess what my great-grandfather was. You could say a blacksmith, a silly clown, or a sarcastic jerk. And probably depending on, like, your interpretation of Clint, you might think Clint is being a sarcastic jerk. I'm just gonna say a blacksmith. How'd you know? So I get the sense that Clint takes pride in his work, but doesn't necessarily love being a blacksmith. I don't know why. I feel like being a blacksmith would be a lot of hard work, but pretty fun. Okay, so now we've cycled back all the way around. Let's give him a star drop tea. I could just, like, set his friendship, but we're gonna do it this way, because that's what I want to do. You're giving this to me? I don't think I deserve it, but thank you. Oh, Clint, don't be hard on yourself. I know everybody else hates you, but that doesn't mean you need to hate yourself. At this point, we can enter Clint's room. And in Clint's room, there is a piece of evidence that we shall enter into the discussion. Right here, there's this letter. It says, "Dear Emily, I know you only think of me as a friend. It's my fault. I'm too shy. I'll never have the courage to tell you the truth. That's why I'm writing this letter to myself that I'll certainly crumple up and toss into the corner." So I feel like this piece of evidence kind of shows the dilemma that Clint is having. Him and Emily are friends. He has a hard time being around people. Honestly, she's probably his best friend, and he's worried that if he expresses his feelings for her and she doesn't reciprocate those feelings, his one close friendship will be completely ruined forever. I feel like that's a pretty, like, substantial fear, and, like, pretty reasonable if you've ever, you know, had a friend, had that, like, internal turmoil of, should I tell this friend that I like them and risk the friendship, or should I just keep on going with these feelings and push them down so that I can maintain the level of friendship that we have and not risk completely losing the relationship altogether? It's a dilemma. It's an internal struggle this man is having. And we chalk it up to him just being a weird creepazoid. Now we know Clint's secret. You're giving this to me? I don't think I deserve it. Thank you. Okay, so same dialogue for giving him a gift. I believe that puts us at 3 hearts with him, though. Which means we can get our first cutscene. Oh, Clint's not at his usual table. Gonna go put some money in the jukebox. Oh, he's feeling sad. Hello, Yeti. Care to join me? Let me just go ahead and tell you what's on my mind. I have terrible luck with women, Yeti. I'm a nice guy if you get to know me, I swear. The girls all seem to like you, Yeti. Got any tips? These each have a distinct outcome. If you choose impress women with your strength and charm, you'll gain 25 friendships, and he responds, I'll keep that in mind. If you act crazy to keep people guessing, you get 25 to your friendship with him, and he responds, okay, I'll keep that in mind. If you say just act natural, be yourself, it'll have no effect on his friendship, and he responds, that's the problem, I do act natural, but I never have any success. And if you say treat women the same as men, he gets 50 plus friendship points, and he responds, okay, I'll keep that in mind. So we're gonna go with that one. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Here comes Emily. Hi, Clint. What can I get for you tonight? Yes. I'll have the big and cheesy with extra sauce, please. Hi, Eddie. Thanks, Emily, for taking my order. Emily? I was wondering... Yes, Clint? Never mind. Hi, Shane. Here's your beverage. Thanks, Emily. So how's your shift coming along? It's fine. Thanks for asking, Shane. It would also probably be really hard to see somebody else be so natural with the girl that he has a crush on that he just has a hard time speaking to. Do you have any new chicken stories for me? Oh. I'm doomed. Alright, I went out and got some gifts that Clint loves. He is not here right now because he's at the Desert Festival, though. So, we'll bring him one tomorrow and see what his dialogue looks like. Yes, this is exactly what I've been looking for. I can tell from the scratch marks on your pickaxe that you've reached a deeper layer of the mines. That's interesting. I did go into the mines. If it starts getting difficult to break stones, you'll want to upgrade your pickaxe. I can help. Also very helpful information. Wow, helpful guy. Okay, we've reached 5 hearts with him. Oh, because I found some copper while I was in the mines. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Also, he just comes here to help you out by giving you the recipe for a furnace. He could have totally exploited you by making you bring your ores to him to smelt for you, and making you pay for him to do that. But instead, he helps you out. It just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. What a gem. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. He is a wealth of information, this man. When you smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay, I'm heading home now. Take it easy. Thank you, Clint. Alright, 6 hearts. Now that we have 6 hearts with Clint, I believe we will get the cutscene that most Stardew Valley players will know about Clint, and this is the scene that I think kind of gives you a little bit of like a ick. Why were you there, Clint? Let's go and check it out. Okay, so we walk up and Clint is hiding in the bushes. Yeti! We see Emily and Carolyn in a conversation. You caught me. I was planning to ask Emily on a date. I was at her doorstep and everything, but then I heard her coming and I dove into this bush. Now I'm waiting until she's done talking with Carolyn, so I can sneak back into my house. Dude, just talk to her. Now, a few things before we carry on with this scene. Number 1. We don't know how long Clint has been in these bushes. It might be that Emily and Carolyn just left Emily's house and Clint just dove in there, and we saw him there because we watched him dive into the bushes. It might be that he's been waiting here for 3 hours. However, it's unlikely that Emily and Carolyn have just been standing outside Emily's house talking for 3 hours. Probably he's been here less than 5 minutes, so it's not like he was creepily just waiting in the bushes to ambush her. He got spooked, he wanted to ask her out, there was somebody else there, and his anxiety took over, and he hid. This, admittedly, is potentially a creepy thing to do, is hide in the bushes. But there are extenuating circumstances that might make it less of a creepy action, more of an action of a scared man who just needs a friend to give him a push that he needs to talk to the girl that he likes. What did you just say? You'll never upgrade your tools again if I don't ask her out? You're a villain, Yeti. Alright, I'll do it. And right here, this is the moment. I will say though, this scene doesn't trigger if you are dating Emily or if you've seen her 8-heart cutscene. This scene doesn't happen. The cutscene just you don't get it. If you're pursuing Emily or if you're dating her or if you've seen her 8-heart cutscene, this scene does not trigger. I gotta remember that advice Yeti gave me in the saloon. Emily? Sorry, Carolyn. Could you excuse me for a minute? See, what a sweet girl. She asks for some privacy because he's probably clearly looking nervous and clearly looking concerned and out of breath and like he doesn't, probably a little bit flustered. So Carolyn asks for a little bit of space to give him the room to speak. Beautiful. Yes, Clint? I was wondering if you'd go with tomorrow meet. I've got 2 tickets for the Grampleton Carnival tomorrow. Would you go with me? Honestly, this kind of just reminding me of the scene in Harry Potter where he's trying to ask out Cho Chang and he just forces the words out all at once and she's like, what did you say?
Well, I just wondered if maybe you want to go to the ball with me?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
That's what this is giving. And look at her! She's excited! She jumps up! Sure, Clint, that sounds fun! Really? Okay, I'll pick you up at 5. Okay, see you tomorrow! From this interaction we see Emily doesn't think that Clint is this super creepazoid. Emily was excited to be asked out by Clint and is excited to go and hang out with him. Did you see that? I've got a date tomorrow night. And even if it's just as like a, oh yeah, this is my friend, I'd love to go to a concert with him as a friend. If she thought he was this really weird, super creepy dude, she wouldn't agree to go to a concert with him. Oh man, I'm nervous. Aw, good job, Clint. Face your fears. Be a brave man. People be hating on Clint, and I don't get it. As far as like cutscenes go, that's all we get for Clint. But I'm still gonna max out his friendship and see if there's any sort of conversations that come because of that, and then we'll switch on to phase 3. Oh hey, this is new. Thanks for forcing me to do that earlier. I'm scared, but also very pleased. I'm gonna go chat with Emily. I haven't talked with her at all yet, but I want to see if because of that cutscene, if she like has a comment about it. Okay, this is actually the first conversation I'm having with Emily aside from festivals. I hope you're farming in a sustainable way. The valley's ecosystem is fragile. How do I know? I have a strong gut feeling. Okay, so at this moment, she doesn't really care about her date with Clint. Now, Would a relationship between Clint and Emily actually work? That's probably a question for a different video, a different time, a different day. They are very different people, it seems. But maybe the opposite in each other would bring out the good, and they'd strengthen each other through their bond. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. I also want to see if Clint has different dialogue in different seasons. So we're going to put a pause on upgrading his friendship. And we're going to jump to summer and then fall and winter, see if there's different dialogue. Oh, it's Green Rain Day! Actually, this is great. Let's go and find out what Clint and Emily are up to on Green Rain Day. Oh, Clint is leaving his blacksmith. Probably going to the saloon. Okay, Emily is in the saloon already. Let's chat with her. There must be a meaning behind this. Nature is trying to tell us something. What, though, I can't tell. It's hard to reel. I feel a strong presence, though. Now I'm being the creepy one, just hiding behind this booth waiting for Clint to show up. What? It's situations like this where a person's true character is put to the test. I'll keep everyone safe from the toxic rain. Aw, see, look at him. He has this, like, innate desire to protect. This core feeling that he wants to keep the valley safe. And keep Emily safe in particular. What a guy. What a guy. Okay, Green Rain Day. Clint's definitely thinking about Emily. Emily's definitely thinking about what the heck is going on. Why is this green rain happening? Some sort of spiritual force behind it. Well, that was a dud, and here I thought it was finally my chance to be a hero. Oh well, back to the grindstone. So it seems nothing really happened with the green rain. It just was green rain, and the valley went back to normal. So the villagers are all figuring out what happened. And Clint thought that he had a moment to shine, but turned out he did not. Be glad you're a farmer, Yeti. It's nicer to work outdoors than by a hot furnace all day. I'm only a blacksmith because my father pushed me into it. I wonder what he would have liked to have been if his father hadn't pushed him into being a blacksmith. Maybe we'll find out when we get to know him as a marriage candidate. Oh, hi Yeti. Sorry if I look a little messy. I've been working at the furnace all morning. It's 6 a.m. What time did you get up, my man? So, did you need anything, or do you just want to visit? See, this is a much different attitude than when he asks the question, what do you want? Or do you need anything? This is like an invitation. And I don't know if this is because it's summer or if because we're higher friendship, but this is a much nicer Clint. Did Emily say anything about our date the other day? Wait, don't tell me. I'm better off not knowing. Maybe I can still salvage my dignity. So did the date not go well? I'm curious. Let me go talk to Emily. Let me see. I don't think she'll say anything, but we can find out. Because we're such low friends with Emily, I don't think she would confide in us right now. Oh, here we go! My outing with Clint was pretty fun! Although, he spilled a root beer all over himself within 10 minutes of getting there, and then barely said a word the rest of the night. Aw, so Emily had a good time, even though Clint was a little bit awkward and a little bit shy, and like, poor guy just had an awkward first date, didn't know what to do with himself, and now he's worried that Emily won't want to see him anymore. But she's not, at all. She's like totally open to hanging out with him again, it would seem. At least she thought it was fun. Aw, poor guy. Just miscommunication. I don't think I'll be able to talk to him, but... Okay. I don't think there's much more dialogues to do with him. So let's make it fall. Damn it, I'm too old to do anything exciting anymore. All I have to look forward to is years and years of sweaty, hot furnace work. I mean, I think you're like, what, late 30s, early 40s? How old is Clint? Late 30s to 40s-ish. You're not that old, Clint. Well, have a Stardrop tea anyways, my friend. So, how are your tools holding up? I mean, to be honest, I haven't upgraded them at all. Alright, 8 out of 10. I hate to say it, but sometimes I'm glad my father forced me to become a blacksmith. At least I have a profession. So see, even though he doesn't necessarily feel like being a blacksmith was his calling, he stepped into it, and he does it well, and he works hard, and he's thankful for it. If I didn't have work to do, I'd probably spend all day just sitting around, feeling sorry for myself. Just ask Emily out again, Clint. She would do it. She would go out with you again. I'm sure of it. Alright. I don't think that he has really many other unique fall dialogues. We'll move on to winter. I heard Emily has a friend who lives in the desert. Do Do you know anything about her? He is interested in Emily's interests. I wonder if she's single. Okay, maybe he's a little too interested in Emily's interests. I don't know, Clint, that seems like a really weird thing to say. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that's a little weird. But Clint and I are best friends now. I should save up and buy a computer. Maybe I can find a girlfriend on the internet. So he seems to be kind of moving away from Emily. Like, he likes her, he wants to be with her, they have this date, but he doesn't feel like he can actually have a relationship with her, so he's looking at other options. What? Don't judge me. Not everyone is a cool, attractive, socially adept farmer, you know. See, he recognizes his social inadaptitude. What's a guy like me supposed to do? Wait until Concerned Dave allows you to be a marriageable candidate. That's what you gotta do, Clint. 2026 is your year. Also, I don't know if a lonely man should have access to a computer. I don't know if that would be a good call for you, Clint. Unfettered access. How are your tools holding up? If they ever need repairs, just come by my shop. I guarantee those tools for life. A word of warning. Emily really hates salmon dinner. That is good to know. Ah, to be honest, salmon dinner isn't one of the things that Emily hates. Look at that. Look at Clint knowing his friend. Caring about her likes and dislikes. Okay, I think we've run through Clint's dialogue messages at this point. Maybe if we're dating Emily, it'll be different. So, our next stage is getting to know Emily, seeing what she thinks, what her dialogue is about, if Clint is even on her radar as anything but a friend. And then, of course, we're probably going to date and marry Emily to find out what Clint's dialogue looks like after we marry her. Stage 3. But first, a birthday gift. I don't usually get birthday gifts. This actually means a lot, Yeti. Thank you. Poor guy doesn't usually get gifts on his birthday. Fair enough, he's a little socially awkward. Alrighty, let's move on to stage 3. Getting to know Emily. Alright, we are full hearts with Clint, no hearts with Emily. Haley and I aren't made for such a big house. It's a hassle to keep clean. Oh well, I really shouldn't be complaining. Your farmhouse seems nice and cozy. Okay, Emily, you are coming on a little bit strong, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. What we are actually gonna do is go back to the spring. Snow on the trees, love it. Now let's go and befriend Emily. Hi, Yeti! Do you raise sheep in your barn? You can turn their wool into beautiful bolts of cloth. I don't even have a barn, Emily. Although that does give you an insight into what gift she might like. You'll need a loom, though. You can make them yourself if you know the crafting recipe. Helpful information. Also helpful. Wow, thank you. I've heard that if you drink this before bed, you'll have vivid dreams. Alright. Okay, we should have a 2-heart cutscene with Emily right here. Yeah, Clint is the creepy one when we walk into her room while she's sleeping. How do we know what she's dreaming about? Moe-wah. Zoink, Scoob. Why are you here? Valid question. Why are we entering into the dream reality? Rainbow Kitten surprise. Yeti. There's something special about Yeti. Our destinies will intersect. Did I see that? Or was that just like Emily's dream? Like, do I know that that happened? Hello, Yeti. I had a feeling I'd be seeing you today. Interesting. Interesting. I work part-time at Gus's saloon. It pays the bills. Oh, here's my sword, Emily. My favorite is when you hold the hammer and then you accidentally smash them in the head. So far, friendship with Emily is weird. Maybe there's a reason that Clint is a little bit leery of asking her out. I've heard rumors of rare and powerful magic rings, forged long ago by forgotten civilizations. I'm not sure if it's true, or just a fairy tale. I wonder if there's any hidden thing in Emily's room. Maybe I shouldn't go snooping around, but... Ah, she's got a computer. Alright, 4-heart cutscene. Ah, another beautiful day in Pelican Town. My friends! Oh. Oh no, you poor thing. I had the same reaction Emily did. Oh, is this where she gets like a pet parrot? Your wing's broken. Oh, you're a bit different than the others, aren't you? Just like me. Don't worry, I'll nurse you back to health, little one. Everything will be alright. Emily took the injured parrot into her home and bandaged the wing. He's all set up in her room, but as a token of respect, she didn't give the bird a name. I gotta say, so far the 2 cutscenes that I've had with Emily have not been me interacting with Emily, but have been me observing Emily's dream and Emily treating a bird. So maybe like Emily is just like a wild creature that needs to be observed and not actually somebody you interact with. Oh, and there's a parrot here now. Cute. Nothing is more sad than an injured animal. Well, I mean, I think there are some things that are more sad than an injured animal. Injured animal is sad, but is it really the most sad? Sometimes the flowers speak to me. Each one has a different story to tell. Okay, I'm gonna jump into summer because I want to see if Emily has specific summer dialogue. Eating healthy is very important to me. I want to live a long and active life. Have a star drop tea? Guess it might be healthy. So Emily cares about her health, cares about the environment, cares about animals. Come in, Yeti. I want to show you something. It's my secret hobby. I've been practicing for months. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Now sit back, relax, and allow yourself to be carried away to a better place. Okay? She's doing a private dance for me. Pretty sure this is the same dance she does at the luau. Maybe not quite. Wow, Emily, you are coming on real strong, not gonna lie. So, what do you think? That was amazing. That was embarrassing. Say nothing and slow clap. If you say that was amazing, plus 25 friendship points. If you say that was embarrassing, minus 50 friendship points. If you say nothing and slow clap, plus 25 friendship. I will say nothing. Phew, that was quite a workout. I haven't been this sweaty since I ordered the pepper platter at Abigail's graduation fiesta. Well, I'd better take a shower. Thanks for watching. Oh, we're almost at 8 hearts with Emily. Don't tell anyone about the dance. That was for your eyes only. Well, thank you, I guess. What a lovely gift. Have a gift. Alright, her 8 heart event, I believe we need a letter in the mail. So, let's go get that. Clint sent me a recipe algae soup. Oh, Clint sent me a gold bar. What a nice friend. Hey, sorry to bother you again, but I need another favor. I got a new hammer and I want to try it on a variety of metals. Could you smelt an iron bar and bring it to me? Thanks, Clint. Emily taught me how to make a salad. Yeti, I have this crazy new idea I want to involve you in. It's called clothing therapy. Please come to the mayor's house today to see what it's all about. Love, Emily. Let's go to the mayor's house. That is not the mayor's house. Look who's all here. We have Emily and Abigail and Shane. To be fair, Shane probably needs some kind of therapy. Mayor Lewis and Robin and Clint. He also could probably use some kind of therapy, but not because he's creepy, because he is so down on himself. Welcome to clothing therapy. You're probably wondering, what is clothing therapy? I'll try to explain. So many of us are struggling with personal issues, things holding us back from living how we want. It's important to me that everyone has a free and happy life, so I came up with a new kind of therapy to help people achieve that. It's based on the amazing power of self-expression. Self-expression is a wonderful healing tool. Did you know that? Behind this curtain, you'll find racks and racks of clothes. There's endless options to choose from. Your job is simple. Find the outfit that truly speaks to you and put it on. Feel confident in yourself and your choice. You all have a unique style to share with the world. Shane, you're up first. A little scary to be the first one, hey Shane? Also, there is no clothing racks behind that curtain. Ah, Yeti, you're just in time. Just observe and keep an open mind, okay? Wow. Wow is right. Cool. Shane, it's a new side of you we've never known about. That's great. Now go outside with confidence and show the world. Sure. Okay, everyone gets a turn. Oh no. Clint is nervous. He's nervous about self-expression and revealing himself. Hee hee. Oh, Robin. So cute. Let's see what Demetrius thinks. Why not? Hee hee, not bad. That is pretty fun. Looking sharp. It'd be funny if, like, after this cutscene, they would wear those outfits at various times. Oh, wow. Abigail, you are ready for the mines. I will take you anytime. It's sweaty in here. Alright, Clint, you're up. Express yourself. Clint, you're up. You can do it, my man. Me? Okay, Emily. I'll do it. Yeah! Go, Clint. Aw, cute. Aw, cute. Probably not the response he was hoping for. Well, that went very well. I just hope this experience helps everyone break out of their shells a bit. See, I think even Emily recognizes that Clint is, like, closed off and a little bit shy and a little reclusive, and so she's trying to, like, help him express himself. And sometimes I think Clint really does just need a little push, a little help, a little encouragement to, like, hey, it's okay. We're still gonna accept you, even if you branch out a little bit and be who you are. I mean, not the Stardew Valley community. The Stardew Valley community may never accept Clint, but Emily does, and Emily will be there for him. Yeti, I couldn't do it. I don't want to break out of my shell. Eep! Oh, I guess I'm interrupting something here, aren't I? Sad. I understand. I'll leave now. Congrats, Yeti. And I guess maybe that's, like, I mean, to be fair, I would probably be pretty sad if I had trouble making friends. I finally make a friend in the valley, and they start pursuing the person who I have a crush on and who I've actively been pursuing. So it's a little bit maybe a jerk move of me to, like, go about it this way. But that way we actually get to see all of Clint's heart scenes. It doesn't rain much in summer, does it? That just means more watering work for you, huh? Or do you enjoy the sunny weather? In order to date Emily, we're gonna need a bouquet, so I'm gonna buy that now. We can't gain any more hearts with Emily until we give her the bouquet. I want to see if she has more summer dialogue options, or if she has fall and winter dialogue options as well. You know, I'm sure Gus would understand if I wanted to leave the saloon someday. There's so much out there. I can't stay a barmaid forever. I mean, you could. You could if you wanted to. Or maybe you become a farmer's wife. Don't overwork yourself, or you might end up in Harvey's clinic. Oh, she cares about me too. Hi, Yeti. We've become decent friends, haven't we? We sure have, Emily. This may sound weird, but I've always been certain this would happen. Yeah, because you had a weird dream about it. If this were Haunted Chocolatier, I bet you could jump into that portrait right there. Go visit the desert. Alright, we're back to eating healthy. I want to see if Clint has anything to say about after that cutscene. Okay, we've already had that conversation. He doesn't really seem to care that we're dating. You know, Emily said it doesn't rain much in the summer, but this is the third rain day we've had in quick succession. It doesn't rain much in the summer, does it? Sweetie, it's raining right now. Alright, let's move on to fall. Hi, Eddie. I bet your farm did great this past summer, huh? You're an excellent farmer. Wow, thank you, Emily. You're too kind. My friend runs a shop in the desert. If you ever go there, stop in and say hi for me. I think she sells some rare products. Very helpful information. I think Clint's mad at me. He never looks at me anymore. Oh, she's worried about her friendship with Clint. I always thought we were friends. See? She always thought we were friends. I feel like that should lay the entire case to bed right there. If Emily thought that her and Clint were friends, she was not weirded out or creeped out by his behavior. It's the whole thing Ted Mosby talks about, the Dobler or Dahmer theory, where the act is charming if the recipient thinks that it's charming, and it's seen as creepy if the recipient thinks that the person who's doing the act is creepy. So the Stardew community thinks Clint is creepy, therefore they see his actions as creepy. Whereas Emily thinks there's a certain charm to Clint, so she sees his actions as charming or endearing. Depends on your preconceived notion of the person involved. There are so many invisible barriers holding us back. Why can't people learn to go and explore their true potential? See, this comment itself might even be specifically directed towards Clint, because Clint has so many invisible barriers holding him back, and he's just not willing to move past those barriers and explore his relationship with Emily and what that could actually look like. Or explore who he is as an individual aside from just being a blacksmith. I hope that we get a greater depth to Clint as a character in the 1.7 update. Me? Well, you know they say, you can't change a wild Junimo. That certainly could be what they say. Let's move on to stage 4. Dating and marrying Emily. What that looks like in the whole grand scheme of things. Let's go get ourselves a girlfriend. You want to get more serious? I feel the same way. Emily, I don't know if you've ever been serious about anything in your entire life. Emily has a big smile on her face. Aww. See, Clint, you could have made Emily so happy. Let's go see if Clint has any thoughts about it. Hi, I heard you and Emily are together. Congratulations. That's big. That's big. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. I know you had your eye on her, but, it's for the fans. Perfect. It's raining. I think I can get max hearts with Emily and get the mermaid pendant today. We're gonna have a lot of fun together. I just know it. Let's see if Clint has anything more to say about it. Just talking about the mines. It'd be funny if you started dating Emily, your hearts with Clint went down. Just like one heart. That would be funny. Oh no. That's a bit of an oversight. Fortunately, I can just buy wood. Oh, you could just warp over here? That's so funny. So I didn't even need to fix this. I can see that sparkle in your eyes, lad. Oh no! I forgot I needed to upgrade my house before I could get married. Again, fortunately we have a lot of money. Yes, please upgrade my house. It'll be finished in 3 days. Emily, we will have to wait. Do like the idea of a fall wedding, though. Hey, Clint taught me how to make the bean hot pot. Funnily enough, I'm pretty sure that there's a dialogue option where Emily talks about liking the bean hot pot. So maybe Clint either learned it for her, or Emily taught it to him. No, Emily taught me how to make the red plate. And another gold bar from the blacksmith. See, and Clint is still sending me bars, even though I'm dating Emily. What a gem. What an honest, true gem of a human being. Or honest, true gem of a character created by the mind of Concerned Ape. Hello, girlfriend. I already know about her. I'm gonna set it for raining tomorrow. Moving up. Oh yeah. Here we go. Yes, I will buy the mermaid pendant. But before I ask her to marry me, what is behind that door in Haley's room? That's neither here nor there. I want to go to the winter because there might be some, like, winter dialogues that we don't know about yet. I think my hair froze solid. I have actually had that happen before. It must be so cold for the poor fish. I wonder if any fish hibernate. Maybe I should ask Demetrius. If I wasn't so busy, I'd help you dig around in that cave by the lake. I bet there are some powerful crystals inside there. Emily, you're not really that busy, though. Like, you work part-time at the saloon. You could come to the cave with me. New update. Bring your companion to the cave with you. Let's make it happen. Do you know how to cook bean hot pot? That's what I was talking about. I like that dish quite a bit. It's hard to get fresh ingredients in the winter, huh? See? Friendship. Alright. I think it's time to get married. We're gonna go talk to Clint one more time. Heard Emily has a friend who lives in the desert. Do you know anything about her? I wonder if she's single. See, now that's a completely appropriate question, because Emily and I are dating, so Clint is moving on. It just depends on the circumstances around when you see the dialogue options. Oh, I think Clint's mad at me. He never looks at me anymore. I always thought we were friends. Well, on that note, you want to be my wife? I accept! Oh, she's blushing. I'll set everything up. We'll have the ceremony in 3 days. Can you believe we're about to move in together? I've never lived with anyone but my family. It's exciting. Indeed. Indeed, Emily. See if he has anything to say about our engagement. He's talking about buying a computer again. I always knew something important would happen between us. I just never thought it would be this. The parrot is excited too. How are your tools holding up? If they need any repairs, just come by my shop. I guarantee those tools for life. I gotta say, Clint is surprisingly okay with my engagement with Emily. Tomorrow is the day we get married. I guess I could have put on nicer clothes. When Yeti first arrived in Pelican Town, no one knew if he'd fit in with our community. But from this day forward, Yeti is going to be as much a part of this town as any of us. It is my great honor, on this day, 21st of fall, to unite Yeti and Emily in the bonds of marriage. Well, let's get right to it. Clint is here, right beside Shane. Yeti, you may kiss. Good morning, wife. The wedding was wonderful, wasn't it, dear? Well, we can't forget about the farm. Time to get to work. I have not been working on the farm this whole time, Sweet Pea. Let's go talk to my main man, Clint. Clint is looking at the ground and won't say anything to you. Oh, Clint. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my man. To be fair, it's fresh. We just got married today. And I knew very clearly that he had the hots for Emily when I did it. I'm going to visit town today, and later on I'm going to help out at the saloon. Have a nice day. See if Clint will talk to me today. He's back to talking about being a blacksmith. Oh, I never had Emily's 10-heart cutscene, did I? I don't know if I can get it now that we're married. Yeti, let's go camping. Meet me in the Circuit Woods after 10 p.m. Love, Emily. You lose an additional heart with Clint if you marry Emily. Glitches and exploits. Oh good, it will trigger. Well, this is fun, isn't it? Kind of spooky, actually. It's chilly out here. Guess we get a little bit of a honeymoon. She just sidles on closer to me. Aww. So happy. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. A bear? I hope it's not hungry. Oh, the other sleeping bag is still outside. No way I'm going back out there. Very convenient, Emily. Yeti, you don't mind sharing a sleeping bag with me, do you? Well, that was fun. Thanks for joining me last night. I had a great time. I'm actually glad that bear showed up. See you soon. Love, Emily. Man, that blacksmith's still sending me bars. Oh, she's over in her area. Oh, good. She brought her parrot. I'm going to spend some time with the parrot today. It breaks my heart that he'll never fly again. That is pretty sad, actually. Alright, my main man. Oh, hi, Eddie. Sorry if I look a bit messy. I've been working at the furnace all morning. Just back to his same old, same old. So it kind of seems like once you've, engaged in the relationship with Emily, obviously Clint's disappointed by it, but he's not, way super hung up on it, it doesn't seem. Anyways. He's sad, which I feel like is understandable. I think all that's left to do is get Emily's 14-heart cutscene. Maybe we will go to her birthday so that we can get those hearts quicker. Does she go to the desert on her birthday? Or does she go to the desert on Sandy's birthday? Oh, hi Kent. I decided to make it year 2, just, for the heck of it. It's been year 1 for long enough. Oh, there she is. In her little crystal garden. This is my favorite spot for a morning meditation. I visualize the energy from this crystal garden flowing through my body. You remember my birthday! Thanks, Yeti. That's really nice of you. And have another gift. Oh, you remember my birthday. Thanks, Yeti. That's really nice of you. 14 out of 14. That's how you riz up the ladies. Alright, let's get our last cutscene. Hey honey, before you get to work today, do you have a moment? I've been working on something special for you, but I need a little help finishing it. It's a secret, so I can't tell you what it is, but could you bring me 200 pieces of fiber? That's all I need. Just bring the 200 fiber by when you get a chance. No rush. 200 fiber? What do you think I am? I don't even know. How am I going to get 200 fiber? Can you buy fiber somewhere? I have looked into the recesses of my mind and discovered that on Tuesdays you can trade stone for fiber at the Desert Trader. So we're gonna go buy a bunch of stone, trade it for fiber. Oh! She gave me a star drop. Oh no, that's just for talking to her, not for the fiber. You found a star drop. It's strange, but the taste reminds you of blacksmithing. Your maximum energy level has increased. Oh, I feel like I forgot to tell you guys what I named my farm. This is the Vindicate Gus farm, where our goal is to clear Gus's name of all of the shade that is thrown at it for no real reason. Honey, I wanted to give you that fruit as a symbol of my love. I don't want to accidentally, like, give her a crappy gift. There we go. Oh, this is perfect. And it's sustainably sourced, too. Thanks so much, Yeti. Sure, sustainably sourced right from the desert. Now I've got my work cut out for me. I'll be a few more days before it's ready. Welcome home, Yeti. I hope you had a nice day. So I finished that secret project I've been working on. It's a brand new handmade outfit for you. Received Emily's magic hat, Emily's magic boots, Emily's magic shirt, and a matching set of pants. I've always loved sewing and making crafts, so I thought it'd be nice to make you something by hand. And I had a lot of fun. I hope it fits right and that the fiber isn't too itchy. There's boots, a hat, a shirt, and pants. It's a complete outfit. Now when you wear those clothes, you'll think of me, and you'll know I'm here waiting for you to come home, safe. Okay? Aw, thanks, Emily. So she comes creeping close to me again. Aw. Alright, the time has come for closing arguments. Exhibit A. Emily is the one who approaches Clint at the Festival of Ice to help him with his snowman. She is the one who initiates that interaction and goes over and helps him. Exhibit B. When Clint asks her out, she's ecstatic. She's excited. She would love to go on a date with him. Exhibit C. Emily enjoyed the date with Clint. She had a good time. It wasn't the greatest date in the world. It wasn't even like they had this amazing chemistry on the date. But Emily says she enjoyed the date. So even though the date was bad, the company she was with was good enough for her to enjoy herself. Exhibit D, and probably the most compelling piece of evidence, is that Emily, in her dialogue, says, "I always thought of Clint as a friend." Which means she doesn't think he's creepy, she doesn't think he's weird, she enjoys her relationship with Clint, and she thinks of him as a friend. So the conclusion. Does Emily love Clint? Though she doesn't love Clint now, she also doesn't dislike him, and she may even have grown to love him had he pursued her further. These are my conclusions after exploring these two relationships and the way that they interact with each other and the way they interact with the farmer. Now, having said all of this, I'm not saying you need to make Clint your main love, that you need to make him be the one who you pursue with vigor and fervor, and that you need to cherish him as a character. That's not what I would suggest. But I would say maybe you should give him a chance before you marry him, just to divorce him and break his heart. And if you're not able to do that, then maybe at least acknowledge that your disdain for Clint is less about who he is as a character and more about your own prejudice. I really hope, in 1.7, if the farmer chooses to marry Clint, that there's a dialogue option from Emily that says something to the effect of, "I always thought Clint and I would end up together." Oh well, you got a good one there, farmer's name. Let me know what you think. Has this changed your opinion on Clint or Emily? Has this solidified your view of what you thought it was? Is Clint the monster that you've always been imagining him to be? Did you prejudge Clint before actually reading his dialogue and getting to know him? Or am I wrong? And if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for joining me. I actually had a lot of fun exploring Clint and Emily's relationship. And if you like this content, then follow along for more. And if you want me to explore other relationships in the valley, let me know and I would be happy to do it. Bye!